Get ready to hear the buzz of the racing world as three-time Daytona 500 winner Denny Hamlin has just dropped a video clip that is shaking things up. This week, the JGR driver released a short video promoting his highly anticipated new podcast, and it's already making waves. In the clip, Denny Hamlin takes center stage to share his thoughts on the big news of NASCAR's seven-time champion Jimmie Johnson making his return to the track in 2023 as the co-owner of Legacy MC. But brace yourselves, because Hamlin's take on Johnson's return is not what you'd expect. Instead of being elated to see Johnson back in the driver's seat, Hamlin harshly criticizes his return and suggests that Johnson will struggle and ultimately taint his legacy. This strong stance has the racing community talking and has everyone eager to tune into Hamlin's podcast to hear more of what he has to say. He said, "I hate it." Hamlin shockingly started, "I hate that he's coming back just because as the guy I just put on this pedestal, like unbeatable, just super talented like he was the guy. And like I always said, I hate I raced in the Jimmie Johnson era. Like, damn it, I was so unfortunate. How many championships would I have if I didn't have to race against him?" He continued saying, "I guess I don't know what the motivation is for him, because he's got such a strong legacy and a strong resume. I hate tainting what I'm going to think about him if he comes in and struggles, which is the most likely scenario." Denny Hamlin and Jimmie Johnson's relationship on the track has been a roller coaster of emotions. While Hamlin has had his fair share of conflicts with other Hendrick Motorsports drivers in recent years, his relationship with Johnson was always different. The JGR driver has been involved in a couple of incidents with the seven-time champion, but despite their differences, the two drivers always managed to work through them and maintain a healthy relationship. If there was ever any doubt about Hamlin's true feelings toward Johnson, one race in particular serves as a testament to their sportsmanship and mutual respect. The 2019 Cup Series race at Kansas Speedway saw the JGR driver show Johnson a remarkable act of kindness. With the number 48 car struggling to stay on the lead lap, Hamlin let up on the gas and allowed Johnson to get back on the lead lap just before the end of Stage 2. This selfless gesture speaks volumes about the relationship between the two drivers and their unwavering commitment to fair play. Despite the intense competition on the track, Hamlin and Johnson have always put their differences aside and displayed the true spirit of NASCAR racing. The HMS driver later told reporters what he thought about the move. "Honestly, if he thought I was a threat, he wouldn't have done it," Johnson said. So there is respect there, and I do feel there is respect off the track, but out there on the track, there is just another level of respect you have to earn through racing hard. And I guess because I didn't seem like a threat, he let that slide. Despite their previous sportsmanship and mutual respect, it seems that Denny Hamlin has not forgotten the incidents between him and Jimmie Johnson. In his recent video promoting his new podcast, Hamlin takes a harsh stance against Johnson's return to NASCAR as the co-owner of Legacy MC, suggesting that Johnson will struggle and ultimately taint his legacy. This sudden criticism from Hamlin speaks to the lingering tensions between the two drivers and raises questions about what exactly happened between them in the past. It's clear that Hamlin has something he has not forgotten about, and the racing world is eager to hear more about his thoughts on Johnson's return. This new development has added another layer to the already complex relationship between Hamlin and Johnson, and fans can expect to hear more about it in the upcoming episode of Hamlin's podcast. With the JGR driver known for his candid and straightforward approach, it promises to be a revealing and insightful look into the world of NASCAR. Fans have unsurprisingly expressed excitement about Johnson's return to the Cup Series since he announced it in November at a press conference alongside Richard Petty, where the two also revealed that they were co-owners of the newly named Legacy MC. While Johnson racing is undoubtedly a positive for the sport, his coming out of retirement has raised questions about his Hall of Fame eligibility status. Some, including two-time Truck Series champion Todd Bodine, believes Johnson's return to active racing should delay his induction. But what would happen if Johnson struggles? Denny Hamlin suggesting Johnson might struggle isn't far-fetched. The driver is 47 and well past his prime. He hasn't won a Cup race in 5 years, or the last 3 he competed in. However, on the positive side, the number 48 pilot recorded 10 top 10 finishes, including 5 top 5s in 2020, his final season. But this year, Johnson has multiple factors working against him, including age, time since he last competed in Cup, and the next new-gen car, which he's only made minimal laps in during a testing session last week at Phoenix. Despite all of those challenges, Johnson, while wanting to be competitive, isn't likely as concerned about results as much as Hamlin. The 2023 season will give him a chance to connect with his fans and allow them to show their appreciation for him, something that didn't happen in his final year in 2020 with the stands empty due to COVID. If Hamlin looks at Johnson's situation from that viewpoint, he should be able to relish competing against the champion while also celebrating with the fans and appreciating what will likely be the final races of his Hall of Fame career. So could Jimmie Johnson's return to the NASCAR Cup Series turn into a full season? After spending the last 2 seasons competing in IndyCar for Chip Ganassi Racing, 7-time NASCAR Cup Series champion Jimmie Johnson is set to return to the Cup Series in 2023, driving the number 84 Chevrolet for Legacy Motor Club. When Johnson signed with the team, they were still known as Petty GMS Motorsports. The rebrand to Legacy Motor Club came as a result of the fact that Johnson was added not only as a driver but as a co-owner. The 47-year-old El Cajon, California native, who competed full-time with Hendrick Motorsports from 2002 to 2020, initially signed to compete part-time throughout the 2023 season. His only confirmed race was and remains the season-opening Daytona 500 at Daytona International Speedway. Because the number 84 Chevrolet is not a chartered entry, he isn't locked into the race and must secure a spot either via his speed in the single-car qualifying session or his result in his blue-green vacations duel. Johnson shared his NASCAR credentials on Friday afternoon, stating that it looks like he has options for the 2023 season. The credentials contain the words full season, which would very well give him the option to run the full schedule. It isn't impossible for a non-chartered car to run a full schedule, and Johnson has the backing from Carvana to do it if he pleases. It happened in 2021 when Ryan Reese drove the number 37 Chevrolet in all 36 races for JTG Daugherty Racing after its charter was sold following the 2023 season. Of course, the tweet could also simply mean exactly what he is saying, that he does have options throughout the entire season and isn't limited to where and when he can compete. That was pretty much implied by his initial deal anyway, since he is a co-owner of the team and has always been planning on making select starts during the year. But could the desire to climb higher on the all-time wins list and win what would be a record-breaking 8th championship, coupled with the fact that the overwhelming majority of his final season was marred by COVID-19 related restrictions at tracks all across the country, result in a 20th full season and perhaps a true farewell tour? A full season could also potentially mean that a Memorial Day double attempt is in the cards, since he reportedly still wants to run the Indy 500 again. Fans in the stands at all 36 races would no doubt be the proper and much-deserved send-off Johnson didn't receive the first time around. And who knows, maybe he adds another race win to his total and finishes with 84 career wins, matching his new car number. Would be a fitting end to the 7th-time champions racing legacy. So, what do you think about Hamlin's take on Johnson's return to NASCAR? Do you agree with this criticism, or do you think he's being too harsh? Let us know in the comments. If you don't want to miss a beat of the fast-paced and thrilling world of NASCAR, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos on a variety of topics. Until next time, stay safe and informed.